We usually kind of just let that go, and if everything's working and everybody's happy, you won't hear me say a word. But as soon as you are walking into dressing rooms early and taking up other people's time that they're trying to load out and get makeup stripped off, and there becomes a battle or a disagreement and everything, that's when we have to get involved. And so please be courteous to your groups ahead of you, and please don't go into the green room or your dressing rooms until it is your 20-minute loading time. I appreciate that. It helps everybody kind of stay friendly and work together.
And another cool thing, I'll give you an example. A couple years back when we did Hedwig here, or any show where there's major makeup or drag or something that has to happen, and you don't want to come to the venue with all that for whatever reasons. A really cool idea of something that happened was we had David Lee as Hedwig in the patrons round room as part of our visual art exhibit, putting on his makeup, and it became a live art piece / promotion for the show, and it was a really cool thing to do. So there are alternative ways always to do that cleverly and above water and keep everybody happy.
Yeah. I'm almost finished. I'm really just wrapping up, but one thing I did forget to mention. Because of issues that we've had in the past, there is this new rule and everything that we're setting. It's a new rule last year, and I'm trying to keep it going this year. With the venues, especially with the more computer boards and everything, and the more technology, heavy technology boards and everything, I need everyone to understand that the venue techs that we are hiring for these venues should be the only ones programming these boards.
Yes.
If you are bringing in a stage manager or a stage crew that you would like to run the board, to press play on the CD player, press go on the light board, I have no problem with that. As long as the show has been programmed, it is saved and been programmed by our venue tech. So basically it's a safety feature for us and for you. If something happens to your show and your cues either get lost or messed up, the buck stops here. It stops with the venue tech because they were the only ones programming and touching that board. You as the stage manager or the operator were only hitting one button, that go button. And so there is no way that you could have been responsible for messing anything up. It is a safety feature for you and for us so that there's no battle and we can solve any problem that happens quickly without any fighting. So please tell your stage crews this, that when you come in for your tech, allow the venue techs to program and to operate the boards at that time. When you do your run, that is when you can step in and take your goes. And I have no problem with you actually operating the boards at that time, but allow them to program. We can be a little bit flexible in the venues that are low tech as far as the venues that have just fader boards and stuff like that. It's more so for the computer boards where we have hard drives and stuff that can get messed up. And did I forget anything?
No, you're good. Two quick things before and then we'll open it up for Q&A, take a little break, start the walkthrough. Billeting, I forgot to mention. If you are local, and I cannot believe this nonsense, people. If you are local and you have put on your application that you want billeting, you either A, did not read your application, or B, are just retarded. That's not happening. It's just not happening. So if you are local, you are staying in your house. And if you are local and you are having people that are out of town in your show perform, they are staying in your house or wherever you get them to stay. The billeting is exclusively for our national and international artists. If you are open to having people in your home, please see Dana and Genevieve, and they will get you signed up to bill it for our national and international artists. This is a really good thing to do. It is true Fringe spirit to do this. And as our way of thanking you, we give you a super pass for the festival to do it. So it goes on a first come first served basis. Seniority for past years matter in that. So we go to people who've been doing it for all the years. But each year as we grow nationally and internationally, so we need more places, for them to stay. If you have things like bikes or extra cars that you are willing to let these people use, it also is a huge help for our national and international artists. We are one of the few festivals in the world that 100% guarantee billeting, and we want to make their experiences as favorable as possible. Also, if you are not tech rehearsing on the Wednesday night before we open on the 14th, on May 14th. If you are not tech rehearsing, I encourage you guys to all come down at about 6 p.m. to the Peacock Room on Mills. We are going to have a national and international meet and greet. It's a great way for you to meet the artist and interact with them. So please try to come and do that. Also, preview is coming up April 28th. How preview works is this: the first 30 groups that get back to me within the time that I send out an email, which will be coming this upcoming week. All right? An email will be coming this upcoming week. It will say, preview alert. You have the first 30 groups that get back to me, national, international, and local, will be the ones in the preview, okay? Please know that it goes like that, okay? And I go by based on emails that come into my box. That's the way to do it. Just say, hey, I'm blah, 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 with this group, I want to be in. Boom. And if I can get you in, I will. National and international groups will do DVD. Local groups have live performances. If you are local, please do not plan on using multimedia for your preview. Okay, that's exclusively going to be for national and international artists. We are going to try to get one keyboard or one piano that is used if anybody needs to do something live. That will probably be Todd Kimbrough's keyboard. Thank you, Todd. And then we can use that keyboard if necessary for your 3-minute preview. Preview this year is going to be done in the Margison, and we will be on the set of McBee, okay? So please, please do not plan on doing anything too outrageous, because we have that set to honor. Simple things are going to be provided, like a chair. That is all that we are going to be providing for that, a microphone, and Todd's keyboard. That's it. Okay? Other than that, nothing else. So be ready for that email to come at some point this week. Am I leaving anything else out, staff? Yes, Teresa.
Can you touch on volunteers?
Yeah, real quick on volunteers. Volunteering for this festival is such a huge, important thing. It makes this festival work in so many ways. If you have an opportunity to do that, you're going to get Fringe bucks for your hours work. You're going to see free shows for doing that. It's a great way to get back to the festival. I do not encourage artists to volunteer in the areas of cash handling. Or basically, if you are in the beer tent, and basically if you're in the beer tent and you want to volunteer during the festival as an artist, that's a great way. Otherwise, just know you're going to get distracted and get off onto something else, so don't try to do it during the festival. If you want to help out before the festival with things like our general load-in of tech, there's opportunities. If you want to help out with things in the office, there could be some opportunities in that. And this is the biggest thing that you can help us out with, if you're going to go around town postering, and you will be so kind to take some of our regular Fringe posters with you, it's just going to be a win-win situation for all of us. So if you're interested in doing that, we should be getting our posters this week. Just call our office, and you will get Fringe bucks for your time of doing that, helping us with the postering process. Any questions, comments that you have about anything?